everyone. Today we're making art books. This art making demonstration is a part of a unit on cultural memory for grades 11 through 12. We'll need some cardstock, scrapbooking paper, glue and a brush, drawing paper, a bone folder or other creasing tool, a pen or a pencil, a utility knife, scissors, decorative ribbon, and a ruler. Today I'll be demonstrating 3 different folding techniques to use for the text block. But our first step, no matter which fold you choose, is to create the front and back covers of our art books. Using a ruler, pen, and utility knife, I'm creating 2 4-inch squares. Next, grab a piece of decorative paper or fabric. I'm using red scrapbooking paper. Then measure out a piece big enough to fit each cover with 1-inch border around the edge. For me, that ends up being 2 6-inch squares. Now cut that paper in half to create 2 6-inch squares. Going to use some craft glue to attach our scrapbooking paper to the cardstock, using a paintbrush to smooth out the glue so that there are no lumps. Press down firmly but gently to create a seal, and place a small dot of glue on each corner. Smooth out the glue with a paintbrush. Now fold up each corner, making sure to create a right angle. Smooth out with the bone folder. Take extra care to press firmly along the edges of the cardstock with the bone folder so that when we fold the paper up later, there are no wrinkles in the corner. Place a thin line of glue along the perimeter of our squares. Smooth out with a paintbrush. Fold the paper and seal smooth with the bone folder. Cover. Make 2. Our first fold for our text block is called the concertina fold, also known as the accordion fold. It's an easy way to display gallery-worthy compositions in a pocket-sized format. Now measure a sheet of drawing paper that is the length of 3 of your covers and the width of 2. Cut off the excess using a ruler and a utility knife. Now cut this sheet in half lengthwise to create 2 identical strips of paper. Measure the width of one cover, crease with the bone folder, then fold the sheet in thirds, going back and forth in a zigzag pattern. Do this with the other strip of paper as well. Use the bone folder to smooth out the ridge of each fold to create a crisp edge. When you're finished, you should have two shapes that resemble the letter Z. Place these shapes together to create a mountain. Using the excess drawing paper from earlier, cut a strip that is the width of your paper. Mine is 4 inches. Fold in half lengthwise. Use the bone folder to crease. Then open up the strip. Place a small strip of glue. Use the brush to smooth it out. And attach both sides to create one long strip of paper that will make up the text block. Once the glue dries, you have your finished concertina fold. See how it looks like an accordion? Our second option is the meandering fold. The meandering fold allows you to display information in a wandering visual sprawl, mirroring the diverse perspectives represented within the pages of the text block. Like with the first fold, we are going to measure a sheet of paper that is 2 covers wide and 3 covers long. Then using a ruler and a utility knife, cut off the excess. Divide each side into segments the length and width of your cover, using a pen to make a mark. Using those points as reference, I'm going to measure a line from the outer edge to the middle third, then a line bisecting the 2 halves in the middle of the page. Cut along those lines. The resulting cut should resemble an L. Now, using our bone folder, make some creases that delineate segments the length of our cover. For me, that's every 4 inches. These creases will be the guides for our folds. Using our creases as guides, fold the page back and forth in a zigzag pattern like we did in the concertina fold. Smooth down the ridges using the bone folder. And there we have it, our finished meandering fold. Our third option, the lotus fold, opens in a complex, faceted design, which is quite effective for displaying multiple intertwining narratives in a single book. To start the fold, measure a square that is double the length and width of the squares of our front and back cover. So since my covers are 4-inch squares, my text block will be made of multiple 8-inch squares. fold in half, length and widthwise, creating a grid. Smooth down each ridge using the bone folder. Flip the sheet over, then fold in half vertically. Use the bone folder to crease the ridge. A little finagling will reveal your finished lotus blossom. Once that one's finished, fold 2 more. These will make up your text block. Join your lotus folds by rotating each fold so that the back ridge lines up with the front opening of the next fold. Use a small amount of glue, smoothing down with the brush. And connect. This is what it should look like. Using more glue and your brush, connect the 3rd fold. Press the folds together gently but firmly, using the bone folder to seal the edges. Our finished lotus chain should open up in this beautiful triptych, then close into our square. Now you get to make a choice. Pick your preferred folding method, and we can assemble our art books. If you've done your folds correctly, the text block should line up evenly with the front and back cover, like this. To close my book, I've selected this decorative ribbon and cut it to size so that I can fit it comfortably around the front of the book and tie it with a bow. To assemble the book, lay down your glue, smooth out with your brush. If you're using a ribbon, press firmly into the glue and add more on top, smoothing out with your brush. Lay down the text block, press firmly to seal, smooth with the bone folder, then repeat with the front cover, laying down some glue, smoothing out with the brush, pressing firmly to seal. One final smooth with the bone folder, and you're done. Art books that utilize alternative folds in place of a traditional text block allow the maker to create a rhizomatic, radical viewing of narratives that have been left out of traditional forms of knowledge production. I have filled my art book with lino cuts as a visual aid, but the content of your composition is completely up to you and your research. These techniques can be used to aid art making within our lesson on preserving cultural memory through alternative perspectives, and are a wonderful starting point to create unique, multi-dimensional representation of knowledge production. Have fun!